Welcome back to Hit or Glitch, Edge of Creation. And last time we left off with a knock at the door.
And obviously it's a Looney Tunes character.
Wait, it's the universal greeting for knock. And you always answer.
Do one of my people get it?
Yes.
Okay.
There's quite a few people living in the common room right now. One of your ladies answers the door.
I'll go see. I will appear at the
there.
top.
Yeah.
To see what it is.
She's like, can I help you, officer? Yes. I believe I was expected. And she looks up at you. You recognize the voice. It's Constantine.
Ah, Constantine. Welcome.
Yes. Thank you. I believe you sent me a letter.
Yes.
I was actually on my way to visit anyway.
Huh.
I met your messenger along the way.
Ah.
Talk in your office.
I saw that you had returned and wished to speak with you. So someone private.
Yes. I'll motion up to my room.
Okay.
I'll go in.
I'll kind of just hang out in my room.
So, you traveled east, I understand.
Yes.
I'm hearing disturbing rumors about the east. Some from the very people living downstairs.
Yes. I took my friends east to see what we could do to offer aid to the suffering people.
And they are telling me that the dead are attacking in great numbers there.
Not anymore, we stopped that.
What's your guile?
1.
Okay.
I wasn't being duplicitous.
Yes, I know, but he doesn't, isn't certain of that. And yeah, he does, oh really? How so, may I ask?
Well, first we beat the shit out of a bunch of them.
Oh, really?
The dead, not the people we went to help. And then we went to the base, and Otto had tea with their boss. I just kind of sat there, I didn't drink the tea. But, long story short, they will not be conducting raids anymore.
Tea with the Death Lord?
No.
Wow.
She's the mistress of plate and bone.
That's an interesting name. And he pulls out a piece of paper, flips open pulls out a little handbook, flips it open, and writes the name down.
You're welcome.
Yes, well, thank you. She is agreed to stop attacking our people.
Yes.
Well, for that you have our great thanks. That is quite an adventure.
I threatened to break her bone ladders if she didn't.
Bone ladders. Interesting.
I see you've had your share of problems continuing in the city.
Yes, and especially from your success in this matter, I think that I could use your help.
Oh, I already found your arsonist too.
My smile started, and as soon as he says that, it stops.
Arsonist. You have that investigation merit or charm?
Which one?
The one the judge or not?
Watchman's Infallible Eye.
Do you have that one?
Yes.
You need to do a judge intentions roll right now.
Okay. I will spend 5 motes of my personal essence
Oh, good.
to do deft official's way to add my bureaucracy. Perception plus socialize, right?
Yep.
Body language.
Yes.
Two, 4, 5, 6, 7.
When he says arsonist, there's the obvious, oh really, you found the guy.
He also knows it's not an arsonist.
There's a little bit of that, yeah. Oh really? Who might that be?
You want to tell him?
He believes it to be Dalton.
I heard him confess.
I have my doubts. He's a clothier and a member of the guild.
Yes, Dalton. We've had our eye on him for a time.
There was a guy that was mad at him for it, and he said it was his only course of action, and then another guy wanted them to all skip town before they were caught.
Really?
Yep. Just last night,
Well,
when they all should have been in bed.
If they try to skip town, we will apprehend them. Thank you very much for that piece of information, and we shall definitely be looking into that.
And I'm just going to lean back against the wall and take a puff on the pipe.
I have my doubts that Dalton has anything to do with it, but on the off chance that he does, and or the guild is involved in some way, Whitewall could be left without an avenue for trade.
I suppose that is a potential consequence.
I might have a solution, if it comes to that.
I thought you might. If you'd like, we can discuss that at the palace at a later time. Don't want to say too much at this location. I'm sure you trust your people, but
I understand.
there are some things that should not be said when there are potentially eavesdroppers. But I have to ask, can I trust you to be discreet?
I think so. No one knew that I looked in on the other crime scene.
Really?
Smile.
In that case, I need your help. You see, there have been many killings. People are claiming that they are beasts, and at this point, I am unwilling, but at this point forced, to admit that they are likely correct. There are at least 2 of them that are attacking the city and killing its people.
What kind of beast?
Well, one of them appears to be some sort of armored lizard of some sort. Its description varies, but I've had too many corroborating descriptions. Too many times this occurred, and it seems to be either a creature of fire or to have some sort of control over it. And it has been murdering citizens, and we cannot find out how they are related or why. It is not the only one. There's another beast that is attacking the city.
While he's talking, I'm scratching out a quick note in Hyrule.
Okay. It seems to strike from the sky, and it very well may be that both of these creatures are anathema. I don't want to spread this word just yet, because we don't. Last thing we need in Whitewall is a full wild hunt on our doorstep.
What does the flying creature look like?
We're not entirely certain, but there seems to be some sort of bird involved.
Have their strikes been in one part of the city, or have they been varying?
All over. And I guarantee you I have turned every leaf trying to discover the reason and the connection between their targets. It seems that they are just agents of chaos.
Why not?
Just a bird? Is it?
It strikes with lightning. And beyond that, I can't tell you. It seems to be much faster and more, shall we say, discreet than its friend. Well, its companion at very least. They don't seem to strike at the same time or the same place. In fact, and this is to remain, well, all of this conversation should remain in your ears alone. It struck at the same time last night in another part of the city.
What part?
Well, this beast struck just north of here, the fire one, the flame, the lizard worm, if you will. The bird, the thunderbird, it struck on the western part of town. Fairly close to the palace, in fact.
How late? Because I didn't see anything out.
No, not last night, sorry, the night before. It's been...
He probably hasn't slept much.
No, I haven't slept at all since the attacks. It struck alarmingly close to the palace, and yet my men were unable to find any evidence of it, nor where it went, where it came from. Quite vexing.
Well, I mean, I already solved your fire thing for you, so, I mean, I guess I could look into these.
I smile at him. I'll see what I can do. And I've since rolled up that note.
Okay.
And offer my hand in parting.
Okay.
You have my word, I will do what I can. And I'll place the note in his hand.
Okay. That brings a good weight from my shoulders. It has been a very young friendship we have shared, but a fruitful one. I think that if your wishes are to remain in this area, that you can definitely become an important part of the government of this city. Or if that is not your choice, at least a very important citizen.
The movement of people and goods and the enforcement of peace is of utmost importance to me.
One, two, three. What's your resolve?
4.
He met it. Wait. No, meeting it is a success. He did not beat it by any, but he met your resolve. He wants to instill a intimacy, a tie to the city of Whitewall.
Right. Can I increase my
Resolve?
Well, can I increase my his intimacy toward me by a step in this?
If you'd like to, yeah. So that's manipulation.
You're just getting intimate with
or
everybody.
charisma plus socialize, or if you're
Manipulation plus.
well, charisma plus socialize in this case.
Oh, okay.
Because this is less manipulation than, yes, you've actually done him services, and the difficulty is going to be a little bit higher though, because it hasn't been a long enough relationship yet.
Okay.
So he will get a bonus to his resolve.
Okay.
Because like a 1 dot or like a minor connection is somebody that is very important to you. To have a full intimacy, they're definitely important to you. To get a 2 dot, a major connection, it means that you change your way of doing things based on this person. It is fundamental to how you go about doing things. Maybe not in every part of your life, but in most of it.
I'm gonna use listener's swaying argument, and to gain +1 success and +1 non-charm die per +2 resolve that he gets.
Okay. So that will add 1 more die to it.
And then I'm also going to use impassioned discourse, and I'm arguing from. I mean, whether you want it to be wanting to bring the Dauntless here or expanding peace. Although I would argue expanding peace, since that was my
Yeah.
thing. So
You're arguing from an intimacy?
yeah,
Okay.
about that. Yeah, 4.
That is not enough. Despite that, you're...
5.
5? Yeah.
Because of the +1.
Still not quite enough. He agrees with everything you say, and is definitely that's definitely how I feel. You're definitely a useful asset and a great friend, and I have hopes for the future with you, but it's not enough to increase his level of intimacy.
Yeah. And what was it?
Tied. It's just a positive tie to Whitewall. Well, I have more things to conclude, but I thank you very much for your time. And we should be seeing much more of each other. And he goes ahead and takes his leave.
Okay. After he leaves, I'm gonna go knock on this guy's door.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Note, Tim, were you trying to listen in the conversation?
Yeah. I was figuring my room was right next door, so I was trying to listen through the walls.
When the door shut to the room, you couldn't hear anything anymore. I mean, you heard creaking of people walking around. You heard talking, but it was all like
Charlie Brown's T-shirt.
It was completely warped. Whatever they were saying, you couldn't hear or couldn't understand, I guess.
Yeah, come in.
Hey, quick question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Does Sofa use lightning?
Sova. And no.
Oh.
No, he does not.
Okay.
Are you sure Soda doesn't use lightning?
Did either of you guys cast something on the room to distort anyone from hearing?
Well, I mean, if you hadn't said lightning, I was gonna blurt out. That sounds like Sova. Nope, I didn't.
I walk into his room. Hey, did you use something to distort the voices in the room so no one could eavesdrop?
Oh.
Then your friend just did. Yeah, I saw him there. He was investigating the fire last night. He had men there. And I looked at him and he's not normal. You better watch him.
Oh, I realize he's not normal.
Might be dragon-blooded. We don't need those on our heads. Trust me.
Yeah.
So what's your plan? What are we doing?
Well, I've agreed to help him with his problem. So, I think we're going on a hunt.
Jolly good, Governor. Then I suppose we're going back to that house to figure out what I found. It's a good place as any to start a hunt for some kind of worm. It's the freshest.
Okay.
Well, evidently the lightning bird hit the same night.
Lightning bird? Not a lightning bird? Do you think by chance that lightning bird could be something else? Maybe it's not a bird. I don't even think a lizard's a dragon. I just think it's some kind of...
Well, until he said lightning, I thought it might be Sova.
Sophia wouldn't do that. And besides, Sophia was with us the entire time.
No, it was off the whole time we were in the Shadowlands and didn't come back till just before we got back.
Yeah, because he was digesting stuff and growing. Do you know, he grew
Could
that
have been
big.
citizens. He's big enough to eat a person.
I'm sorry, where were we at?
We were talking about what we were going to do next.
Nice.
We said we were going to go to the house or try to find out about the Thunderbird thing.
Yeah.
We're going to investigate both attack sites.
Uh-huh.
So, well,
I would like to do our preliminary investigation during the day,
Okay, yeah. I was kind of
so we
figuring.
have freedom of movement and less likely that we're going to get jumped.
Mm-hmm.
Don't
one
worry
thing
about
he left with you was that he also left a piece of paper with you. Sorry. Basically a letter from him saying you guys have
Deputizing?
permission- Yeah, deputizing you.
Did you try to sneak it to him and then he just like two pieces of paper smashed together?
Oh, this is awkward.
Chance they took the wrong
I'll
one.
take this one. You could, sorry about that.
Wait, let me make sure. Yeah, this is the right one. Okay.
If he didn't leave us that paper, I'd have to name drop him later. It's
Yeah.
okay.
Okay, he would have left that with you.
So we head to the house then?
Yeah.
To a burning house. Okay.
Was it a house?
It was actually 4 houses. It was like a whole city.
Talking
block.
about the one that he found that
That was
with the
burned.
weird room.
Yeah.
That specific house is what we're talking about.
Yeah, you're going back to that specific house.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I take them there. You meet the guards and present the papers, and then they let us through.
Okay.
That
Yep.
was the question.
That is in fact more or less what happens. Guards stop you as you come in. No one's in this area. Blah 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 blah. And then you present the letter. And,
Well, we let them stop us.
oh. Very well. You have permission to enter. Please do not. Well, if you're with Constantine, then you probably know how to do this better than. Okay, you have permission to go through.
So take them over to the house that I found and try to show them what I found
Okay.
in a way that they may understand.
Yeah, when you enter the room, Dan, your investigation trigger goes off.
And
You
when
had
we
that
go
one,
in, I'm gonna click my spirit sense.
Okay.
The spirit
Um,
detecting glance.
Yeah, I mean, so the thing about Exalted is everything has a spirit. Every emotion, every word, every language,
Can I see the?
every object. And so there is a number of things you see. Most of them are, sleeping because it takes energy to be active, and so it's more efficient to not. And what does a spirit of a rock really ever need to do?
Yeah.
Roll.
Just kind of hang out. It
Yeah,
gets
the
boring.
moss.
It sleeps. Yeah, a moss has its own thing that starts eating off of its essence, and so eventually the rock dies, the rock spirit dies, and the moss spirit then dies as well. So there's no more rock. Kind of an interesting thing. So the spirits you see here, there is the spirit of the house is actually following you guys, and it kind of has like house-like features, sort of humanoid house-like features, and it just looks terrible, very sick. And while parts of it are burned, it looks sick despite that, or sorry, beyond that, because it no longer has people living in it, and no longer has it's serving
not
its purpose.
living its potential.
Yeah, exactly. Its purpose is not being fulfilled, so it's not getting anything back to repair itself. There is also a spirit of destruction there that's like kind of pushing at things, trying to knock them over. It seems to be ineffective right now, but it's also kind of taunting the spirit of the house.
Is it like a
are the
smaller
only real
spirit,
active
and it's
ones.
like riding on the house spirit's shoulders and hitting him over the head with the
Yeah.
little stick?
Pretty much. It's kind of riding on him, and it can't seem to get rid of him.
Right. I'm activating keen sight technique.
All right. Give me a perception plus investigation.
Everybody or just him?
Just him. Scott, you can as well. Siku. Atu. More or less.
2, 4, 5.
Your dice have been on fire since we started this game.
Started this session anyways.
No, this game.
No, this game.
Yeah, I've been doing pretty good. My
Perception
dice like the
investigation.
10 side.
Yes. And remember, you can stun.
Yeah, I'm base to activate keen sight. I'm gonna activate keen hearing as well.
Okay. So sight removes environmental penalties by 1.
I succeed on any sight-based test for two or three sight-based actions without a roll. I gain an additional 2 dice to notice hidden persons or devices, or to catch sleight of hand and see through disguises. In dim conditions, I see as well as in broad daylight,
Yeah. Okay.
and it lowers the penalty for fog and such
By 1.
by 1. And my visual range is increased to 100 yards.
All right. Go ahead and roll your dice pool then, unless you wanted to stun first.
I took out my sword. I activated keen hearing as well, and I'm basically tapping floorboard.
Looking for things that are missing or something, or
Yeah.
you know, hollow.
And like lifting things up with the sword to look underneath. Yeah.
Yeah, you can get your 2 dice for that.
Two, 4, 5, 6.
Okay.
A 5 and a 6.
And you got 5. Yeah, you got 5.
Yep.
So both of you are drawn to the closet. You notice the thing he says that there's a burned stool and what used to be a saucer and a teacup there. You can't really get the smell of what was in the teacup just because the other scents are too strong to overpowering it. The smell of burning. But what you guys do discover is that there was a section that was, I mean, the whole room's been more or less burned, but there's a section where you see like sort of a channel where it had like force behind it, is the best way you could describe it. It sort of ate out a section of the floor here, so it's a little bit deeper there. And you notice that it parts a little bit around that stool. And not so much in parting as in like the section here just wasn't burned as badly. It's more like the section here
Is it burned at all?
grew up. No, it was burned, but it grew up higher than the level of the floor around it. And you see like a recess behind that, like the floor was lower in that spot, and then grew up in this spot, and actually looks kind of splintered there. I mean that the splinter is largely burned away, but there's still a little bit of remnants of that splintering right there.
So the question is,
So more like
Make an occult roll.
the floor in front was
occult
pulled.
what?
Wits occult. What's that?
Like the floor in front was pulled to cause this elevation.
Yeah, like it was drawn in and up.
I have a question about the teacup too.
Okay.
Is it similar to what's her face?
No.
No. Okay.
I mean, other than the fact that it is an actual teacup, probably a porcelain
Only one.
one. Yeah, there's something off about that, obviously, but you're not sure what it was.
Right.
Like what could cause that, other than, hey, you know,
I'm
I
still
hear
new at this supernatural stuff.
I hear there are dragon-blooded that do things with wood, so maybe that.
Well, here's my thought.
Do I get a sense of
Either-
any wild energies?
Do you have anything that gives you any specific senses towards that?
Well, I have the
You have the protection that integrity.
yeah,
one
and
in.
it lets me know when I'm in an area with wild energies. As part of that,
Okay, let me read that one.
but not like it doesn't give me any sort of. I don't think it gives any specific sort of.
Hey, yeah, wild energies
So-
were used,
Yeah.
but
Since
if you
you-
were in a wild area, it lets you know, hey, you're in a wild area, you need to activate it.
Yeah.
Since
What
you
page is it on?
304.
Well, he's reading that. Since you and I are looking at the same thing, I'm going to be like, so, do you think Dalton was standing here and actually set the fire, or he was sitting there and whatever he had that started the fire was behind him?
I don't think it was Dalton.
Okay.
I heard him.
You heard him admit to doing something.
You
Not the
weren't
fire.
there.
Obviously, you weren't paying attention either, so.
I know what I heard.
He spoke for us. Got us into the city.
That means nothing.
It could be that they were attacking him for that.
Or it could be that he had planned to set us up.
You're a very paranoid person, aren't you?
And you are?
Kettle Black.
I'm used to people trying to run me out of town or accuse me of things that I didn't do.
Hey, look, the rogue is saying somebody else is paranoid.
Okay.
I'm convinced they
No,
were
you
talking
don't.
about
You
the
don't
fire.
sense any danger to yourself wild-wise,
Okay.
so that isn't triggering.
The thing is why? Like you say, it's only like an inch or half an inch of
Yeah.
elevation.
It's really hard to notice. It's I mean, and it could just be an effect of the burning. You would somebody else might conclude, but you notice that splintering right there, like something grew up out of the floor
Yeah.
there, and that's what set it off. Like this wasn't just part of the fire, or rather, yeah, the shallowness wasn't part of the fire.
So, splintering like something got up out of the floor?
Yeah, like the grain of the wood
Mm-hmm.
changes right there. It changes from like going crossways, and then there it kind of curves up.
Does the stool look?
I mean, it's been burned. Like the splinters themselves have burned down to almost nothing. But yeah, and then Scott, when you were looking at this section, the spirit detecting glance, you're seeing the spirits of the floor.
Mm-hmm.
In this area, there's something off about them, and you don't have enough occult from your roll to really know what that means. But yeah, they
Are we
it looks-
upstairs or downstairs?
Upstairs.
I'm going to go downstairs to an equivalent spot and look up.
Okay. Yes, you get down there and look up and see a similar effect to the floor there. Although there's no splintering, sticking up kind of portion. It looks like the floor kind of thinned out right here. And yeah, the spirit there is just like, kind of like inbred hillbilly kind of effect to it. I mean, yeah, spirits look weird. Spirits of floor really look weird because they were a spirit of a tree of some sort, and then that got killed and then cut up and became something else. So it has sort of a...
And then it's been walked
Take
over its whole life.
Yeah. So, it has... They already do look strange. But this one just looks warped and is also... while it is, nearly dead, or actually probably all of them are dead, there is also a strangeness to it, and it's misshapen.
I'm gonna take my sword.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna try to press it through the floor over here,
Yeah.
and then in the part that's raised.
In the
See,
part
is it-
that's raised, it's harder.
Mm.
But also, you're starting to get concerned about the structural integrity of this floor. And Tim, or Morez, when they pointed it out, you get that was the thing that you were feeling was off.
On the
Understood.
lowered spot, I'm gonna push up on it.
Everybody that's in the top floor make a dexterity plus dodge roll. Actually, no. Everybody just make a dexterity plus dodge roll.
Yay.
You're welcome, guys. I'm fine. I got 8 dice.
Would tight spaces apply?
Yes.
Hi.
5.
There you go.
2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Okay. The two of you guys quickly get to safer ground, or dodge the bigger pieces, however you want to go about it.
I stepped outside of the room that I was in.
As the floor collapses, and the bed that was in this room just goes through the floor. Almost the entire room collapses in. You, however, both of you guys end up covered in a bit of soot from it. You, however, are so quick on your feet that you can be wherever you would like and not be covered in soot.
I'm standing on top of the bed.
And then I'm gonna look at him, and look up at where he is. Yep, that
Yeah.
part was weakened.
Yeah, because I'm totally pulling the Azula.
Zula?
Yeah, when she fights Aang in that abandoned Earth Kingdom town, and Aang goes through the door and he's floating in the air, and she comes through and she has to do the splits to catch herself on the floor that's missing, and then she jumps over and Zuko just goes. "Ah!"
Home
Okay.
inspections by Siku.
It is not good.
If there's a problem, I will find it.
I will find it and I will break it. Problem's gone. So is the floor.
Brilliant!
Found the problem. You need a new floor.
Okay.
It looks like the fire didn't spread too heavily, and it looks like probably because of snow had a good effect in putting it out.
One question.
Yeah.
This stool that was up on this slightly raised part of the floor,
Yeah.
does it look like that was the source of the flame or the target of the attack?
Well, you're having to use memory at this point.
I have eidetic memory.
Then yes, it looks like the target, not the
Okay.
source.
Okay.
And I mean, I haven't necessarily made a big deal about it, but yeah, everything here smells like smoke. So does the soldiers outside. So did Constantine.
Well, there was just a large fire here.
Yeah. And right now it's kind of hard to breathe.
I'm gonna
Nice.
walk outside, pick up a couple handfuls of. Is there snow on the ground?
Yeah, it's a lot of it's been melted around here from the runoff
Right,
off the
right,
roof. So you're gonna have to go to the other side of the street to get the
Yes,
snow.
and you just use that to clean my face off. And
All right.
So,
I wish I had prestidigitation.
nice.
I think there is something somewhere in the set of charms that allows that, but
Probably in craft.
potentially, yeah.
So, that was nice.
Maybe even in presence.
Thunderbird now?
Sure.
Yeah.
I'll meet you there. We're so close to home.
You're gonna go get a change of clothes.
Yeah.
All right.
He's going to change and bring a change of clothes. Just in case.
I'm also going to order a palanquin, I think.
Okay. So you guys are gonna go. The other two, you're gonna go on foot, or you gonna?
Yeah, I'm just going there on foot.
Yeah.
All right. When you get to the area, you don't really see any buddy around. There's no guards necessarily. I mean, there's guards, but they're not like standing around in a cordoned off area or anything like they had been at the fire. But in the middle of the street, there is a burned spot. Like it's kind of hard to tell that it's there, but there's a spot where the ground is visible, and you notice that that's not mud there. That's like soot.
Look at one of the guards. Is this the spot?
Guards like a spot of what?
Lightning bird attack something.
Shh. Not everyone's supposed to know.
What do you guys know about that?
Paper.
You don't have it, I do.
Yeah. So your boss.
I need you guys to stay right here. And like he makes a
Excuse
gesture,
me?
and you hear people walking out of a nearby building.
That's fine.
Yeah, you keep
Look.
them busy. I'm going to, while he's keeping them busy, investigate it. Do my the analyze thing, kind of figure out and look into the past.
Okay. So that'll be a wits investigation because you don't have time to do it in proper.
No, I got plenty of time. I'm sure you can keep them busy for hours.
Look.
How long of a travel is it to this section?
I mean, because they went on foot, whereas you went on palanquin, you'll catch up with. You'll be catching up with them. So you'll be maybe 5 minutes behind. Like
Well,
the
I
Well, I
time
mean,
change.
How long does it take? Is that
Oh,
transition?
the whole trip. 20, 30 minutes.
Okay.
We're hoping it was enough time to get Essence back.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm doing the analyze it, trying to figure it out and everything, and trying to kind of get an estimated size for this thing based upon the damage done to this
Okay.
area.
Yeah.
2 point.
Go ahead.
Stunt.
What's done?
I'm gonna investigate it, and this is what I want to know.
Not quite what was it going for, but okay.
So wits plus investigation.
Yeah, I got it.
So, and I'm just gonna kind of wave those guys back. Don't worry about it. Your boss told us to look into it.
My boss.
4.
Yeah.
And
Constantine? Clementine, something like that.
make a charisma plus persuasion roll.
Nope.
Constantine.
Yep.
Right. Clementine.
Look,
Look,
I
we don't want
already
any
stopped the dead from attacking living people in the
We
east,
don't want
and
any
then I
trouble
figured
with
out
you.
who started the fire. It was Dalton over at the clothing place.
But we're gonna need
And
you guys
so
to stay
you
still,
just need
and we're gonna have to take you in for questioning. Look,
You're
we
not
don't-
taking me anywhere. I'm here on official business.
Actually,
I'm gonna kind of stand full right. When I say that.
you make an intimidation.
No.
Do it. Yes, do it.
Okay. What is that?
Charisma plus presence.
But he gets bonus dice.
Wait,
You
isn't
do
there
get
an intimidation
You do
skill?
get a bonus equal to your difference in appearance, which in this case is going to be 3.
Yeah, doesn't your merit thing do something special for that?
3.
That
That's
is
what-
whatever going on here.
Yeah. 3.
That's going to beat the resolve of them, but there is a group of them, So
Yeah, but I'm a group of me.
so they're
That's
going
just
to,
ammunition. They don't know that though.
I even took a specialty in throwing people.
they're gonna back down for a little bit.
At least
But-
long enough for me to get there.
You're gonna see like a couple of them running off to go get more. Just stay here for now, and
Just
We're gonna have to-
sit over there, and I kind of push him back, and then I'm gonna go over and I'm gonna look at it.
he's like,
Not like hard.
I know,
just,
but
you
still, the amount of weight behind that he realizes is something he doesn't want to do.
Your hand is as big as his chest.
Yes. So yeah, I'm gonna.
You're gonna investigate as well.
Mm-hmm.
So it's either intelligence if you want to take your time, or wits if you're just gonna quick look over it.
I thought it was just. I thought it was perception.
Um,
Like the last time. with the spirit
I guess
class.
that's true. Yeah, if you're gonna take your time to look over it, you can do perception plus investigation. And Tim, if you want to, now that you have some more time, do that. You can as well. You got how many before Tim? 4?
4.
So you're pretty sure this is. Yeah, 4 is pretty much enough.
And that's what I just got was 4.
All right. You're able to basically find something of the outline of a person here. That there's a black mark on the ground where the snow melted underneath them, and then there is, while it's been stepped on and maneuvered around, there is the faint outline of a person and soot behind it, like laid out flat. So there's like initial burn here,
Mm-hmm.
and then you can kind of see like somebody laid down.
Like somebody got blown back from it, and
Potentially, yeah.
Like how far away does it look like they were going back, or does it look like they fell over?
It looks more like they fell over. They might have jumped a little bit because there's a little bit of a gap,
Yeah.
but not much.
Okay.
So, yeah, it has
And
all
with-
it has all the look of somebody who was hit
with
by a
4 can
very
I-
powerful bolt
so-
of lightning.
Where would he have been hit from? So like the body's here.
As far as you can tell, it
like
yeah. So like the way it's looking to you, because they didn't go very far, it wasn't like they were hit and launched backwards. It seems a lot
Right.
more like they were struck and were dead before their feet hit the ground again.
okay, but like so yeah. So
it's like
going
it's
the
like-
direction that it would have been, and I know it's up, but it would still be at an angle somewhat. What is that way?
That way
Is it like directly towards the palace? Is it heading back east?
It's actually, yeah. It seems maybe like the person fell away from the palace. So be like it's hard to tell on a 2-dimensional surface
Right. Yeah. So
what it came through the body.
I'm gonna
to
look at the
ground.
guy, just push him, be like, so you better be careful who your buddies went to get, because the attack came from originated from inside the palace.
what? Where the heck are you getting? Oh, forget it. I'm not done talking to you.
Came down from up high, hit him directly from the palace, and he went back when he.
It came from up, slightly angled in that direction. That means it was an aerial combatant, and it was
That
slightly
was sent
from that.
from the palace. It's right there.
It could have. Oh, forget it. You.
And I mean, the palace is up on the wall, like on the side of the wall, but so yeah, it does have some height to it. And before they, like, while they're having this conversation, you show up and you see a group of guys white knuckling spears and looking over at them, and then one guy sitting against a wall. That's an actual guard uniform, or like soldier uniform. These guys are in just like city guard uniform. City watch uniform. And he's got kind of big eyes as he's like thinking something over. Your judge intentions would give you that.
Alright, I'll approach them and
Oh, so the attack came from someone in the palace.
It
Or
came
was
from
sent,
up,
the palace was sent the
slightly
attack.
angled, so it was some kind of aerial combatant. Shot
Sent
some
from
kind
the
of
palace,
lightning.
who came directly from there.
I
Shot.
pull out the paper and I hand it to the guy that's nearest him.
They were telling the truth?
I'm afraid so.
I don't lie.
Oh yeah?
Integrity? I don't.
That lady, is she ugly or is she pretty? And does that dress make her butt look big?
You tell me.
Big. Go tell her the truth. I dare you.
She's prettier than me,
That I will believe.
and her butt's not as big as mine.
How comfortable are you falling?
I'm good.
Why?
I have an idea.
Better not.
And one of the two of us has to be comfortable with falling.
I
You
guess
want me
I'll
to
be.
throw
I'll
him
probably
at
be
the
better
palace?
at it than you.
Okay.
I'm the best at it.
Yes, but you need to throw one of us
I can do that.
up. And then catch
I
us
just
when we come
grab
down.
him and throw him straight up.
Are you gonna let him? Yeah, I guess so. Alright. So
Just
this
as
is gonna
hard
be,
and as far as I can, straight up.
yeah, this is gonna be a strength thrown for accuracy. Whether or not you're gonna be able to bring him where you want.
Thrown. I do have a specialty in throwing people.
One of the best specialties ever.
What am I looking for?
Well, have they started yet? I don't know, I didn't get a very good look. Oh no, I already passed that part.
God,
Thud.
for Pete's sake!
They went that way.
And is this considered a feat of strength?
Yeah. I mean, it's gonna be a feat of strength to be able to do it, but yeah, I'll let your mighty two
For height.
apply to this.
Because I said as hard as I possibly can.
Add a little hop in with it. Get just like an inch extra.
2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm gonna spend some peripheral motes and reroll my failures.
Okay.
Okay.
Huh. So this is what the stratosphere looks like.
No, I would like to make the argument that this is
10,
a
11.
stunt for Tim's upcoming perception check. Or investigation check.
13 total.
Because I wanted to get a bird's eye view of the site.
So, Tim,
Yeah.
You are now a spy
what's
satellite.
your stamina?
My stamina is 3.
All right. And your resistance?
My resistance? You mean the ability?
Yeah.
1.
Okay, well that's enough to have 4, which, you can stay conscious during this. But the sudden acceleration is so significant that you start, everything tunnel visions for a little bit.
And then it's like, hey, I can fly. Oh my god!
Now I'm just gonna let you know now. I'm gonna look at you after you said throw him up, and I throw him. You're like, and catch him. I'm not as good at catching.
Okay, perception roll. I am looking.
What are you looking for?
I don't know.
But he has a great stun.
Okay, basically, I think I got an idea of what he wants. He wants me to kind of figure out what damage and if there are any other marks, any other
We're gonna see
lightning
if he makes the same mark on the ground when he hits.
No.
If
It'll
there
be
are
different.
if there,
Unless he starts burning up on re-entry.
What do the guards look like at this point?
They're like, I'm glad he didn't do that to us.
I'm glad we didn't push it.
Oh, it was a good idea to wait for reinforcements.
okay, I think I had the same idea. Looking for other lightning strikes, a
Okay.
sign of if this was a battle and that was a loss.
All right. Yeah. So you're gonna have to do. Unfortunately, it's gonna have to be wits because it's a fast thing.
Yeah, and
Um,
awareness.
Yeah, I can see it take no damage from falls.
Yeah, wits awareness. So all you gotta do then is grab yourself by your bootstraps, throw yourself in the air, then you can just jump.
He gets
I'm doubling
Yeah,
my
I can-
nines. Doubling nines.
And he gets the stunt, right?
Yeah. And I'll give you a second second level stunt. So you get 2 dice and you get a free success.
Cool.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
There you go. Dad!
So 2, 4, 5, 6, 7.
So it looks like ants from up here. You get this like
Hey, I can see our house.
like as you're going up in the air, you're just like vision starts clearing up as you start decelerating.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the ground is a long ways away from you. But yeah, you can see
Is he at the top of the wall?
just about.
Oh, come on.
It's like 300 feet tall though, so he's not quite that high. No. 300 feet? No. It's almost 300 meters. Or is 300 meters, I think is what I originally said.
Yeah.
So it's huge. You get a good look in the palace from up here, actually. You see some plants that are blooming and stuff that shouldn't be this time of year.
Mm-hmm.
And you see, like, not really anybody sees you necessarily, but as you're up here, you get that twinge of, uh-oh, and then it's gone. But you had, like, a feeling for just a second that you were in somebody's sights, and then it goes away.
Okay.
And so you glance, it was somewhere over in the palace.
Okay.
That's gone. Oh yeah, what am I looking for? You see the you see the hit, or the lightning bolt struck.
Uh-huh.
I'm like this.
You see him standing right next to it, ready to catch you. And how many did you get? 7?
2, 4,
7.
5, 6, 7.
You actually see, it's older, but you do see another strike over that way,
Mhm.
on top of a house. You can see where it went through the roof.
Huh. Well, this is fun.
And then you're coming back down.
What am I going to do?
So,
What do I have to do to catch him?
I think
I'm
I got
going
some
to be,
stuff to help.
basically citing this, calling out left, right.
no, the other left.
Okay, this is what I'm going to be doing. 2 options. If you don't like the first, I'm calling my fucking bird. But my first option. I have a technique that lets me burn my movement to do a burst of speed in a single direction.
You have to have something to burst of speed off of.
Yeah, I'm thinking I'm gonna hit a bird. Just a normal bird. And guess what? I have light feet.
Light feet.
Yeah, I have another one that
No, he doesn't break snow or anything.
Okay.
yeah, it's light step. I know I have it here somewhere.
Yep, I literally got nothing to help with this.
Yeah, it's another dodge one. I have one that lets me light step.
Okay.
Other than trying to jump up
So-
to meet him halfway.
Yeah, I was actually thinking about that.
Yeah.
So what?
But if I miss, then it's...
And by the way, this is using the last note personal essence.
Okay, so you're basically going to use one thing that lets you move a range band, an extra range band or something like that.
Yeah, it does. It is the after dodge burn move momentum to burst of movement in one direction.
After dodge.
Page 300.
300.
So you have to dodge something first.
Leaping dodge method.
Okay, so Siku, you need to throw something at him.
Yeah, basically.
302, you said?
Yeah, but
300.
he's not discussing this with us. I don't know he does that.
Uh,
He's a little out of earshot.
which one? What is it called?
Leaping dodge method.
Oh, on that page.
On page 300.
Yeah, that's where I'm at. That's on 299.
Whatever.
This is the second half of the description on 300.
No. leap backwards, forward, up or down a single range band.
That's the monkey leap technique on 261.
Yeah, the problem with that one is that it says upon a successful dodge. And you're a range band up right now, but I don't think you want to leap down any faster than you already are.
No, I don't want to leap down. I'm thinking leap up to slow myself down.
You're gonna toadstool jump off of,
Or no, not leap up. Leap at an angle
he's gonna toadstool
and then
jump
like
off this
do
bird.
a leap at an angle and then do like a combat roll on a roof.
I like that stunt a lot. But I don't think that the first charm actually is applicable in this situation. However, the other one you were going to use was what now?
Calling his bird.
No,
Calling my
that's-
bird.
There was a second charm you were talking about.
I had. Oh, it must have been one of the ones I
Next.
erased.
Oh, that you decided not to take?
Yeah. Yeah, that's it.
I mean, if I saw him angling, I would jump at him because I would think he's like out of control.
Yeah.
Alright, Tim. So, to try this one,
Yeah, never mind, I don't have it.
I think it's going to be dexterity plus athletics. It's really the best, I think. It's not quite dodge. I mean, well, actually, wait. No, it's dex plus dodge to do try to movement. That's your movement.
Yeah.
So yeah, it'll be dex plus dodge. And yeah, you'll get your 2 dice stunt.
Okay, so if I see him, I'm gonna leap at him and try and grab him and go because.
Yeah. Let's get his roll first, and then we'll do yours.
You should have just let me catch you.
Maybe.
What would that be? Athletics dex?
2, 3.
Yeah.
That's a 9 die pool in and of itself.
7, 8, 9. 9.
Okay. Yeah, he actually like grabs a bird out of the air and diverts his movement with it, and he's going towards a rooftop now, and he's significantly
Okay.
slowed himself.
So, but now I'm worried because I think A, he's gonna hurt himself landing on the roof, not letting me catch him gently, and B, he's gonna plow through that roof and possibly hurt someone inside.
Okay.
So I'm gonna leap to intercept him and grab him.
Yeah. So make a strength plus athletics for this one to jump.
Okay.
Actually, wait. Dex plus athletics.
Dex plus athletics.
You have the. Are you activating monkey leap?
Yes, I would be.
Okay, then you don't need to worry about the strength.
Distance, yeah.
You don't need to worry about the distance. So it's Dex plus athletics to aim correctly.
Okay, and I do have a specialty in jumping.
Of course.
If you miss, don't worry, I gotta back up.
I'll spend a willpower for success.
Alright, did you see what we needed? Well, I kind of... Okay, time again! No!
Do I get any bonus because I'm trying to protect him? Because he obviously can't protect himself.
If you want to burn that intimacy, yeah, for this
What's
story.
it mean when you burn it in?
It means you can't use it again for a while.
Okay.
I think. Actually, no. So that's specifically for to resist
Mental
influence of any sort.
Okay.
So unless you have a charm that lets you do that, no.
Okay. Two, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 with the free one.
Okay. Yeah, that's way more than enough on both sides.
Oh, I forgot about the 3 one. Did you give me a free one as well?
No, he gave you a free one on the perception test.
Yes. I gave you 2 dice, 2 dice stunt, or
Okay.
a one.
If you did,
a level
I
one
was just saying if you did give me a 3 one, that would actually be 10.
So yeah, he diverts himself in mid-flight. You track it, and jump up,
And then
intercept.
and then so you're going and you're like aimed, and then all of a sudden, whoa!
Yeah, you're like, all right, I got this. And then it's like, oh crap. You get swung around again by the Hulk. But he does take the fall, so you land on, muscle instead of on...
Does this fall high enough that I need to activate my soaring
No.
crane leap and not take damage from falls?
No,
Okay.
because it was a controlled jump.
Alright.
Okay.
If
I
you
would
get-
like
if you get-
to dodge and land on his shoulders when he lands.
Fine.
I was planning on just tackling him and rolling and landing on my
Yeah.
back.
Yeah, and then you go to like grab me, and I grab here, swing up, and then like legs on your shoulders.
Well,
hit the ground.
he's landing on his
No,
back.
I'm landing on my back.
Oh,
so
you can-
that's
you
gonna
can surf him to
smack
the
you
ground.
on the
Yeah,
ground.
yeah. Basically, I'd dodge
So
your
you're, gonna
hands,
you're standing here and
and then it's like I'm standing. Oh, my bad.
And, yeah. You like, come sliding to a stop on the rooftop.
no. I was trying to avoid the rooftop.
Oh, so you're landing on the ground.
Landing
Okay.
on the street.
In that case, you come sliding to a stop, and there's this kid, like, sitting there with, like, a little toy dog, and just like,
I'm gonna
that was incredibly awesome!
I'm gonna put him down.
No, I just
stand
walk
up,
off you.
and I'm gonna look at the kid and be like, "Don't try that at home," and walk off.
Stay in school.
School is cool.
Yep. Walk back.
School is for
Eat your
fools.
vegetables.
Look at me.
Okay. That's done.
Walk back. There's a house over there that also got lightning struck.
Well, it's a good thing that I was watching you because you almost went through that house.
No, I was planning on rolling on the. What? Forget it. Come on.
You could have hurt somebody.
Yeah. Come on.
You could have hurt somebody.
So we walk back to where Dan and the guards are.
So yeah, there's a house over there. It's got hit. It's an older mark, but it looks like a similar thing.
Which one was it?
One over that way.
Well, that seems to contradict his information about not hitting in the same area.
Yep.
Let's go check it out.
Yep. And the guards are still going.
Yeah.
I walk up. Close your mouth. No. I walk up
And
and,
it
slap
closed?
one guy's mouth shut.
Closed mouth. Flies do not enter.
I'm gonna walk over to the one that I had pushed aside that was, arguing with me initially and be like, maybe next time, think twice before you're stupid.
And, yeah.
Yeah. On the way to the house. That actually sounds like a good place to end the episode.
Unfortunately, we're about that time. About an hour on. Yeah, the investigation will continue.
Catch you
We'll
all
catch you
next
guys
time.
later.